guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mona and today I'm going to do a little retouch edit with me. So I went back in my archive and found an old photo from a photo shoot I did last year and we are going to edit it together. So I use Capture One for all my color grading. So my editing workflow is color grading and then retouching. I feel like a lot of people still use Lightroom. I used Lightroom when I started and then I transferred over to Capture One, I want to say when I was about a year and a half, 2 years into photography. I'm almost at 3 years. I just like Capture One better. I feel like it renders my raw files better. I just like the way the interface looks. It's kind of, I like to make the comparison of Apple Music versus Spotify. They both do the same thing, but they just look different and have slight like workflow differences. I'm an Apple Music type of person. So these are our 4 images. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I haven't ever touched these photos, but there are photos from this batch that I've edited before. I'll put them on the screen here for you guys to see. Whenever I shoot, especially last year, I feel like I'm kind of trying to slow down on this. I take so many photos. I think I get too trigger happy, so I have so many to choose from and it ends up being a little overwhelming. Basically, I say that to say that I think I chose like maybe 30 photos from the first batch to edit, but I still have so many left. So these are a few that I had overlooked the first time. I went back through, I decided I like them, so we're gonna touch these up. So a little backstory is this shoot was meant to be like a sunrise shoot. So we went outside. The sunrise wasn't really too vibrant. It looked beautiful in person, but my camera wasn't catching it. What I want to do is bring back a lot of the colors that I saw in person that I couldn't pick on my camera. So first I'm going to rotate. I never use like the automated rotate tools because I feel like it never is done to my satisfaction. But as you can see here, it still looks a little slanted. So I need to fix that more. Oh. And okay. Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. So make sure we brighten this all the way up. And I did take these photos when I was in Miami, so I think this is just South Beach. What do I want to do first? First, I think I want to put the highlights down a little bit. Bring the lights down. And I shot this on my Canon 5D Mark IV. That's what I shoot with. And I had my 24-70 lens. And I always have a Godox V1 flash. Okay, first thing I'm gonna touch my blues. So I'm gonna saturate them a little bit more so I can do anything. Oh, I kind of like the, okay. I wanna change the hue. Contrast a little bit. Take a little bit of clarity away. With clarity and dehaze, I kind of just play around with it. I don't have like a certain way I know of how I want it to look. It really just depends on the picture. I think I want to add a little bit of grain to this, built in. Okay. So what I like is they have a lot of different grain presets. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. There's something, okay, I know what it is. It's her skin. I'm gonna go here. It's looking not as vibrant as I would want to. Every photo might look a little different. Usually I just like copy and paste the adjustments. Let me actually see what that's gonna look like. Copy, apply. Oh, I'm not too mad at that. I'm actually not too mad at that. So she looks pretty orange. I will say one thing about this is the shadows. Like, I just feel like it's taking away from the detail. So I'm gonna increase the shadows. Here we are. Oh, shoot, I always usually do, I go to shape and apply some lens corrections, fix distortion. There's a little bit of light fall off, so I'll do that as well. What else do I want to do? The shade of green, I'm not feeling too much, so I'm gonna go to the color editor and change the hue. Yeah, I think I like more this type of hue. Maybe saturate it a little bit more. Darken this up or down. I'm fine with it being up. The thing I want is that sky to really pop out. So I'm gonna export these and I'll show you guys my export settings. So if I know I'm going into Photoshop, I used to do JPEG highest quality, now I'll do PSD 16-bit. Okay, so we have our PSD files, we're gonna open those. Here we are. Okay, so first, always make a background copy layer. And I feel like this image is looking flat. I know how I told you guys before, a lot of my photos, I think I would pull the shadows up, put the contrast down, mess with the highlights, and it always looked too flat. So I want to add dimension to this. So first, okay. No, I like that a lot better. I like that a lot better, but I feel like she looks too red. Okay, good enough. Now let's retouch her skin a little bit. I think she just has like this little dark mark here. So what I'm gonna do is use my patch tool. Her legs, I'm not gonna go too into detail just because I really love how the, like, what is it called, that wave splash, whatever. I don't want to paint over that and make it look unnatural. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to dodge and burn, and if you guys want to learn how to dodge and burn, I actually have a video on that I posted, and I'll link it down below. happy with how this turned out. So, file, and I'll show you guys in the export settings. It's nothing fancy. I always put it at the highest quality JPEG. I would do the copyright. There we go. Okay, so no, I'm done with that. Okay, this one shouldn't be too difficult. I feel like there's not too much to retouch. I'm actually really surprised I did not pick this. Okay, so stop recording. But I'm really surprised I didn't pick this one. Like, I actually really like the texture of the water, how she kind of looks small, like it's a lot of negative space, and then the water dripping. Okay, let's get started. I don't even know what I want to do for this. Maybe, and this is just me nitpicking, I'm gonna smooth out. Not even really smooth, but like add some light back here, so it's not so dark on her arms with the shadows. Honestly, that looks good for the most part. This is the one I really want to do. So duplicate layer. First thing that sticks out, this red paint. Not feeling it. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, there we go. And she has a little thing on her chest. Clean up this little stubble. So when I'm retouching, I don't like that. I don't really have like a method of like where to start. I just kind of start wherever draws my attention and go from there. So that looks better, but I want to smooth it out. So I try not to pick something that's like too light or too dark for that area. So I'm gonna do 7. I'll do 7, 7. This might even be 5. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna do more, but see how much of a difference that makes. I want to keep the sand on her. I like that. And I don't, yeah, keep the sand on her. I think she's a belly ring here. I'm gonna get rid of that. And I like the ruching on the swimsuit, but I do want to get rid of this one, like dry patch, whatever you call it. Just to make it a little more uniform. And I feel like it looks out of place. And her neck, I can just photograph a little bit more orange. I think just because of the time of day, and also maybe the color grading I did. So I want to take this tool and make it a little bit more neutral. Okay, you see?